Three, go.
Hi, I'm Ellie Crystal, and welcome to crystallinks.com. It's December 15th, 2014, and I am having a fun afternoon and reunion with the former producer and director of my television show, The Metaphysical Experience. His name is Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Ellie.
We had tons and tons of fun on the show, and now we decided why not go and do something again and just kind of have a few laughs and reminisce about the past. Ask me questions, Tom, like in the old days.
So what did you think that the audience learned from the Metaphysical Experience like 20 years ago?
Well, 20 years ago was a whole different headspace than it is today. People were thinking differently. It was more about channeling. It was more about metaphysical type of things versus today. People are a little bit more pragmatic about things going on in the world. At that time, people were coming on the show, the guests were coming on the show, and the topics were basically UFOs, aliens, have they landed? Everything has changed. Consciousness has changed in 20 years. Do you remember, Tom, we used to have channelers on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. The channelers were fun. Oh, and my favorite part of the show that I remember when we had the people from the Philadelphia Experiment.
They disappeared.
They time traveled back to 1943.
They couldn't handle the show. So what do you think the audience would learn today now?
Well, back in those days, people were they were programmed differently. They were in a different headspace. They were looking for something else. Today it's become a little bit less about time travel and a little less about aliens, although that's still part of the equation. But today it's a little bit more about working on yourself, working on your issues, healing your issues, finding out how and what you can do to make the world a better place. My memories of the Metaphysical Experience, and we did it over a period of 2.5 years. Do you remember when we went to a hotel to a show in the city and people would come into the room? Remember that?
Yeah.
And we interviewed them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the channelers. What sticks in my mind, the crystal people, most of all, though, the people from the Philadelphia Experiment. They were very, very funny.
We had a great time. And we're having a great time today. So you want to wrap it up?
No. What was your favorite moment of the Metaphysical Experience?
Just meeting all the different people that came on and hearing their stories and their situations and what they were expertise in. And it was just amazing because it was a learning experience for me, and I was pretty new to it at the time, and it was great. We had a great time.
For me, it was like the first door that opened up into media, actually. I didn't care about anything. I went after all the lecturers, everybody with a book. We had a lot of fun. And you know what people really enjoy? Do you remember at the end of each show, we used to have a meditation in my pyramid?
Right.
And it would just be like 5 minutes, and people could just meditate in that energy, and the music would play, and we'd do the voiceover, and the graphics would roll. And I think that was part of the allure of the show.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Being at one of those meditations is still online. I'm not sure where, but I know it's still online somewhere.
It's out there in the ethers.
I guess so. But we did have a lot of fun. This show, The Metaphysical Experience, was from 1991 to 1993. And we filmed in a studio in Manhattan, which I think that's gone along with the aliens.
I do too. They've been abducted.
By the alien? No, it was fun. If my philosophy in life, and for all of you who, whatever you're doing in this holiday season and whatever you're looking forward to into 2015, you got to have fun doing it.
I agree.
You got to enjoy it. The world is... All right, compared to then and now, the world is a crazier place. More frustrations, more job anxieties, more things that are broken and don't work, and more general awareness of what's going on. There was no internet in 1991, 2, and 3. Not really, not for the masses. So now you want information, You wouldn't even need a show where somebody's channeling something. You Google it.
We were producing in prehistoric times.
BC, before crystallings. Well, anyway, I think it's time for us to say goodbye for this little trip down memory lane.
Goodbye.
Bye, and come back again.
Thank you. What do I do?
You hit the red button.